Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DK Will. This is DK Will. Talk about it. And get your popcorn, folks, because I'm going to show you just a couple of things, two different individuals to show that everyone is getting played. Now, of course, there's security reasons to do what I'm about to discuss, but at the same time, we're watching a show. We're watching an orchestrated dance on everything. The wars, the money, even the people. And when I show you these next few clips, it's just going to be two different people. And I want you to use your mind and your vision and your rationale and your paradigm to see if you believe everything you're being shown, or do you have a measure of scrutiny and a measure of weighing the words and the events for what they really are. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's start with the very first individual. That's Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has been ruling over the Russian presidency now for multiple terms, through multiple presidents, for multiple years. But what I would like you to do is look at this version of Vladimir Putin up here. This more angular-faced man, as we go across here. The transitions begins. I know everybody gets older and different as time goes on, as we go across here, down to this occasionally puffy-faced individual that shows up between here and there. But what I want you to do is use your power of reason and look at these individuals and tell me if you honestly believe that these are all the same individual. In other words, is number one, we'll call him 1D for the first row, is he the same person as 3D? Is that the same person as 3A? Are you following what I'm showing you, folks? I mean, let me ask you a question. Does a man start with a cleft in his chin and somehow loses a cleft in his chin as he ages, or does it become more pronounced as he ages? What happens to clefts in your chin as you age? As a matter of fact, what happens to your lips as you age? Look at this man's lips. He actually has upper lips. Now, is this man the same as this man? You got to make your call on that. But they both have upper lips that look relatively similar to one another, as do their ears look similar to one another. This puffy-faced individual, I don't know if he's the same guy or not. Even his eyes don't communicate to me that he's the same guy. Does he to you? I have seen so many images of Vladimir Putin that make me go, that it's amazing. Now, I understand the man's been around for a long time and for years. But this sharper, angular-faced individual that worked for the KGB, and I had some other pictures, you can go back and look at them on the previous slide there and see them for yourself. You see, folks, and that's why I say get your popcorn, okay? Because we have been informed that a lot of things are lies, that the media lies, the governments are corrupt, and things are not what they seem, okay? That's just a reality. And the reason I'm showing this video is because people get so uptight and enraged and argumentative and in opposition to one another and polarized and combative when they might be arguing over somebody that's been dead, cloned, or plastic max, like Mission Impossible movies. In other words, getting played. That takes me to the next symbol of power, not necessarily in order of importance, but have you noticed this man who's the current president of the United States? Now we see a whole lot of different photos of Joe Biden, the current president of the United States of America. Now here's one I put in here on purpose because this is the guy who was in the presidency with Barack Obama. The questions I'm going to pose are these individuals all the same individuals? Do you see the same individuals? Interestingly enough, when I found this image, it said that the president had gotten a makeover for his next speech or whatever. But much like the cleft in the chin, see this gentleman here, there's just something different about him. Now these pictures, some of these are more older pictures, obviously, but none of them are outside the presidency or the candidacy for president of Joe Biden other than these two. The rest are while he was in office, either as a vice president, as a candidate for president, or for president. So while you're eating your popcorn, folks, and getting all jacked up over politics, I want to ask you a few questions. Are these the same men? There's Biden 2020. There's Biden during the days of Obama. Now, what I want you to look at, folks, is the Biden of today. Now, I showed you earlier some other images of him, obviously. But I want you to take note of something just like I asked you to take note of that cleft in the chin. I want you to take note of this ear with this lobe and this ear over here with this lobe. Now, correct me as I'm wrong, but as you age, your ears get droopier. They don't tighten up. Where's the lobe? And over here, a close-up. Where's the lobe? Now, there are many images of him, and you can go back and pause the previous slides on both these individuals, and you will see that there's just something not right, and that they seem to be, in my mind, putting body doubles in, stand-ins in. For all I know, these individuals are already dead, and they're putting in other people. But the bottom line is, it's all part of a show. Get your popcorn. It's all part of a manipulation, a psyop. And if you don't want to see it, you're not going to see it. But if you are, I guess, neutral or at least objective, how can you miss it? Are these the same people? I don't think so. So as we continue going through life on this system of things, with these governments doing what they do and manipulating the people, all for the purposes of a new world order and their effort to set up a world government in opposition to the one that God promised, just remember you're watching a show. That's why they can tell you what's going to happen, because it's all part of the plan. And if one of the actor dies, they're going to put in a double with mask and makeup and latex and whatever they need to make sure the show goes on. So don't get caught up in it. I hope you enjoyed my prior video. If you didn't watch it for the first, say, 5 to 7 minutes, you missed out, because that's when it started to get funny on what you could sell instead of your XRP. But I wanted to do this video just to make people start thinking, because see, they want you to hate Putin, and they want you to hate Biden, and they want you to love Putin, and they want you to love Biden. And I'm just using those two examples. There's plenty of other examples we could pull from. Folks, you're not even looking at the same people all the time. So, once again, I say, I'm a paradigm whisperer. And the light of truth is what shines through for me to be able to peek through the seams. You ain't got to be anything special to look at the images that I put on this video and come to the terms that you are looking at obviously different individuals. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.